You can't take it back, no. I've got so much left to say, but I'll take my words and walk away.
Hey everyone, LSP Elite Screen today. So basically today I'll be talking and commentating over some Black Ops 3 gameplay that I played on the new map for me, Nuketown, on Hardpoint, and it was an overall really good gameplay. So basically the reason why I am showing you this gameplay and talking over it is for the topic of why and how, and basically the story of how I met Call of Duty and how I found a passion to play it regularly, like on a day-to-day basis. So with me, I've always loved playing video games, whether it's DS games, Nintendo, Game Boy, Xbox, Xbox One, Xbox 360, the old Xbox. It's anywhere I could have played, even PlayStation, anywhere I could have played like a video game that was interesting, I would have done it. And yeah, so with Call of Duty in general, you'll find me saying and referring to Call of Duty as COD, because when I basically say it as COD, and a lot of my friends call it COD instead of Call of Duty. It's just a fine thing to say. So basically, it all started when my passion for video games basically started when I first got my first DS. So I got this DS, and it was a DS Lite, and my mum actually bought it for me because I really wanted a DS from a young age, and my mum didn't really trust me with a DS or something that was really expensive. So I just went through a phase of playing with toys, and then when I was about 7ish, I got a DS Lite. Now these DSs were fairly new at the time, and the best thing about them, the reason why they were so great, it was because they had backlighting, so the screen gave off light, which like your phone basically. So you can see how old school that is. The fact that you can use it in the dark, because that was the first DS that you could use when it was in the dark without it. Without you having to turn the light on. It's pretty cool. So that was the whole thing of the DS. And then I played Mario Kart, I played 007, I played GoldenEye, I played all that Mario games. I just loved it. And then my mum decided a couple of years later to buy me buy a pre-owned Xbox White old school, the first Xbox 360. And on that, it came with a couple of games. It came with Assassin's Creed, the first Assassin's Creed. It came with Indiana Jones Lego and Kung Fu Panda. And then from my mum bought this from a work friend, and then from my dad bought later on, a couple of weeks later, he bought some games of his mates, or I think he was given them from his mate because he didn't really want to play them anymore, and they were Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1 and also Assassin's Creed, and I wasn't allowed to play them. My mum and dad did not want me playing any of those violent video games. So they were the type of parents that were very cautious about what I played. The toys that I played with, as in guns, even though that kind of wore off because I was really into James Bond, and I always used to want to play with guns or be like a cowboy, anything like that. And I was always interested in being like a secret agent or something. So, and that's where James Bond came in. So my parents, I convinced them to buy me James Bond, or get James Bond, or let me play James Bond. And play Halo. So a lot of the top gamers who play Call of Duty now played Halo, started out on Halo, because Halo was just the thing to do. Halo was the game to play. Halo 3 was the bomb. It just was. So I then used to play that with my dad, and eventually he said to me one day, we were walking home, he said, I was like, why have we got that game up there? We never play it. And a couple of times I'd try to play it. I searched on YouTube, I saw a couple of games of it, and I never really fully understood it. But what I did understand is that you'd be walking around almost with a pistol or a gun, and you'd be fighting against these enemies, and it looked like James Bond. And of course, if I like James Bond I kind of like the thought of like running around. It's all intense and cool, and doing cool stuff. And then I just asked my dad, basically, can I play this Modern Warfare 1 game? And he said, yeah, okay then. And it took a lot of convincing, but we played the campaign, and I loved the campaign so that much that I completed it about 3 times. Modern Warfare 1 was a beast game. Like all guild up that mission, I think it was all guild up, or yeah, you were in your ghillie suit and you were the sniper and you had to crawl through the field. I'll always remember that mission. It was a sick mission, and that's where it started off. So I got Xbox Live a couple of the year after that, and I could play online. Now I absolutely sucked at online, but I really enjoyed it, really enjoyed it, and I just went off from there with COD. And every COD I got Modern Warfare 3, I got Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. Obviously came out a bit later, so I'd moved on to different games I got a lot of games that were like Assassin's Creed, and I moved away from the violent games for a bit, and I ended up getting Just Cause, and Born, and all these not so popular games, but I loved them to death. I also had a Star Wars game, and I've got a Spider-Man game, and they were so cool, but I really just kept revisiting Call of Duty. So I asked my parents for Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 2, and I played the living daylights out of that. And there was one game, and the reason why my mum did not want me playing Call of Duty is because when she looked at the reviews, she saw a lot of oh, that game's no good, it's got a load of violent features in the campaign, and I just wasn't allowed it until a point when she was informed that you can turn the gore off, you can turn the swearing off in the later Call of Duty games like Black Ops 2. So I eventually got Black Ops 2 for Christmas, or my birthday. It was my birthday, and I loved that game. That was my first proper Call of Duty that I played the living daylights out of, and I Prestige Mastered, then reset my stats, and now I'm a Prestige 2, 5, I'm not sure. But that was really good, and then I got the DLC Seasons Pass for the birthday as well, for my birthday, and from that point on, I got every Call of Duty when it came out, apart from Black Ops 3. And Black Ops 3, I couldn't get it because it was obviously on next gen, and I had a 360 at the time, and I was not going to pay 40 odd quid for a game that looks worse than Modern Warfare 1 itself. So that is the story of how I got into Call of Duty. Hopefully you enjoyed the gameplay in the background of me basically not beasting but doing fairly well in Call of Duty on Nuketown Hardpoint. So hopefully you enjoyed. If you enjoyed my story, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new to the channel and become one of the Elite Squad. As always, it's been your boy LSP Elite, and I'm signing off. Peace. Have a nice day, guys. Bye.